Hi, everybody. As you know, my name is Liz. I know that we're kind of new to this scene, so we're trying to do the best that we can. If someone can let me know how the volume is, that way I can get going without any problems, because I'd hate to have to keep going over stuff. Okay, so we're going to go with if there's no comment, then. Oh, hey, poet. Does everything sound good on this end? Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna start this off with something a little different. So the whole situation that I've been going through with my dad, trying to get him out, um, trying to be respectful, as well as you know, basically explaining everything that goes on with Scientology and what some of us, including myself, have gone through. Um, I wanted to point out one of my favorite books, just in case anybody is ever having problems. It When I found out that Scientology wasn't real, for me, it was like sweeping the carpet directly out from under me, or we're having a fine meal and yanking it from under us. Um, so there was one book that I absolutely adore, and it's called Feeling Good Feels Wonderful by David Burns. He's a psychiatrist. In that book, they like to nip negative feelings in the bud, deal with guilt, handle hostility and criticism, overcome addictions to love and approval, beat down the nothingism. So it basically gives you this idea that you can handle everything in a step by step manner. Um, Hold on, everybody. I don't know what this use banner thing is. So give me 2 seconds because, okay, I don't know what. There we go. Okay, much better. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, so it basically goes into I had a mental breakdown. Um, by mental breakdown, I literally went from being able to conversate with people to being able to have the best that I can in assisting my friends, my coworkers, doing an amazing job at, you know, at least what I felt was an amazing job helping people. Turn around and suddenly I can't help anybody because anytime someone says anything to me, I'm crying. Anytime, you know, something changes or the situation changes, suddenly I'm breaking down and yelling at my partner. I'm treating her like she like nothing she deserves and taking every bit of anger that I have out on her. And it got to a point where it was continuing this downward spiral till finally death seemed like a good option. And so the last person I wanted to see before I died was my partner. So I went to the store and I got some vodka and I decided to kill the whole bottle because if I kill the whole bottle and, you know, have the medications in me, then it'll do the job for me per mathematically calculation, or at least per the mathematical calculations I could do. And it did. It broke my brain. I have zero memory. I've seen video. Um, but it basically I punched a wall. I screamed that I'm a Scientologist at a police officer. It got to be a point where I was not in reality and my reality was broken, and death was the only option that seemed good for me. And so, with the help of Carrie, I was able to get admitted to a hospital because the first 72-hour hold didn't do anything. It was kind of like, hey, you're still on the right medications. Haha, here's 72 hours. And then we're going to release you after like, I think it was like 60 or something like that. But it was basically just a bunch of hog shit. Then I get taken in and I get put in a facility that actually is multiple days, not just a 72-hour hold, but they can hold you up to 30 days. Um, and when I first got there, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to listen. I just wanted to get better. And then the first thing that they said to me was, you know, basically the 15 medications that you're on for antidepressants is what's doing all of this to you. I have schizophrenic patients that have never been on this amount of medications at one time. So not only did my brain break, but I was overprescribed medication. But throughout the whole ordeal, what saved me was mindfulness, was, feeling good by David Burns, was literally writing in a journal and knowing that, and in this journal, it for me, it helped. It may not help you. For me, it helped writing in the journal and then telling Carrie if she ever wants to read it, here's my thoughts. And that way we have this open communication. Um, that for me became so desperately needed because I needed her to do checks. Am I in reality? Am I understanding what's going on? Um, do I do I have this understood? And so yes, serotonin syndrome. But basically I lost my grip to reality. Um, Now this is after the Leah Remini show, and so my brain basically broke. Um, the reason, sorry, I'm gonna probably stutter a lot for this. The reason I wanted to open this up to questions is because a lot of people have questions in regards to what it's like or what are some of the steps that I've done to get myself in a better place. Um, It's keeping an open communication. It doesn't have to be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be a therapist, it could be a psychiatrist. It's just keeping some form of open communication, so that way you have the ability to have that partnership. You have the ability for someone to be able to check you, like, "Hey, you're not doing great. Maybe you should call your therapist." "Hey, that doesn't sound so good. That sounds like you're maybe slipping. Let's talk to someone." Um, it's also, and in the journal, it could be little stuff. It could be like, "How did I do today?" Or "How was my day? What did I accomplish today? What good things did I envision?" And going through this list will basically help you understand yourself. And then you can go back and see, okay, well, here's where I started and here's where I am now. So what difference happened in that in between? And so once you know what happened in the in between, it helps you get better. Um, I've also heard some information that's basically like, you know, how did you survive this? How did you get through this? And I'm so proud of you. When you have no choice but to live it, it's not about surviving. It's just about getting up, rinse, recycle, repeat. And so in that situation, I became a rinse, recycle, repeat. But my rinse was, how did I do today? Recycle, go through the journal, check in with Carrie. Cause again, I don't want to say that she's the reason I'm alive, but she is. She gave me a reason to fight when my fight was falling apart. When my head was telling me that this is the wrong path to go, she gave me hope at the end. Um, I know that isn't for everyone, but I also want to let people know we're also new to this. I'm really new. Um, I never thought in a billion years I'd be sitting on a YouTube channel going, "Hey, please let my dad out." "Hey, don't make me throat punch you." No, I'm just kidding. But it would be more along the lines of, "Please look at this situation." Um, Amy, I did look at your letter. I'm sorry I haven't responded yet. I got quite a few emails all at once. So it does take a little bit of time, but I did get it. So thank you. And if anybody is wondering what's going on, I have this really bad habit of responding to people that are in the chat and not saying anything. So that's my bad habit. So, if someone has a question, oh, my Amazon wish list. Thank you. And yeah, I got one of the items today. I got the backpack. Let me tell you, I probably jumped up for joy like a little kid. Um, it was basically like, oh, I get to put this in here and this in here, and oh god, this has a charger so that my laptop or my cell phone won't die, and I'm going to be safe now. So it's just one of those things where it's like, it truly helped. I also want to send a shout out to Charisse. I have a straw, just so you know, because she said it was kind of tacky when I would do that. Uh, but I guess the can doesn't care. Um, I'm really sorry. Today is just a blubbering mess. Hi. Whoops. This one. Thank you so much, Amy. I truly appreciate it. I watch all your lives, and um, you guys give us a little bit of hope. Um, so basically what I'm going to say is don't think that you're alone. You can have anyone. You can have a friend. You can have a best friend, a sister, an uncle, a cousin, a brother. And if they're all the same and you just happen to be from one of those states, then that's fine. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just saying anyone that you can rely on. Sorry, I had to throw a joke in there. Um, there's also giving everything over to a higher power. I I've had some bad experiences myself, or at least experiences that make it a little difficult for me to believe in stuff. But my higher power is just that, a higher power. It's something more powerful than me. And sometimes giving that power over to something is is good enough. It doesn't have to be a person, it doesn't have to be an item. Not saying worship a spoon. I'm just saying sometimes you just need to listen and need to let someone else listen too, so that way they know you have their back and they have yours. Um, so anyway, I had to continue going to therapy like twice a week, I believe, and then my psychiatrist was once a week. Um, and it's made it so much easier because in deprogramming, the main thing that they like to focus on is taking you back to your root beliefs and then making you focus on each one of those beliefs and deciding from that belief, is that something real? Is that something tangible? Is that something that is really considered in the outside world? And you have to break it down slowly with each item. And so there's times that, I'm overly emotional and I tell way too many jokes, but we all grieve differently. We all grow differently. We all learn differently. What works for me may not work for someone else, but what does work is communication. You know, there's also the thing I thought that would best describe this situation is this one. There we go. Whoops. I think I might have deleted it. But yeah, hold on. Let it scroll. So this too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. That's a little bit of humor in no matter how bad life gets, it's okay. Um, just know that you have friends that are there for you. I want to know if anybody has any questions. I did see you, Alex. Um, number five. Number five and letter A. I'm always curious if that means something about your name. But either which way, I love the name. Um, I know that I'm working on something with that I've talked to Vanessa about to when it comes to my dad. Some people ask, how are things going? I really honestly thought that it would be maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe. Um, but realistically, it's more along the lines of check this, did that work? Okay, check this, did that work? Check this, did that work? And now I have someone that is willing to help me do some of those checks. and it's a way for me to have something tangible myself and have the connection myself. Um, so I'm working on something along the secretive line. Sorry, guys. OSA does watch, so we do have to be pretty mindful and pretty pretty like aware of our surroundings at all times. But as soon as I have more information, I will definitely give it to you. Okay, I got to get rid of that cover. It's starting to get to me, and we'll get rid of this one too. All right. So again, my name is Liz. I am a second gen Scientologist. My mom left in 1990. She forced me to leave in the tail end of 1989. No, was it 90? I think it was it was November, December of 89 because I got to spend Christmas with my grandma. It was great. Loved getting school supplies. But then people want to know what it was, why do I still talk to my mom? She's the only mom I got. I know some of you have offered to be my mom. I appreciate that more than you guys realize. Um, I'm also trying to be a better person and not walk away when things get tough. And you know what? With my partner, I talk to her about everything. With my therapist, I talk to her about everything. So it's just one of those situations where it's just a matter of I need to do this for me, and that's okay. Aw, Amy, I don't think you're old enough to be my grandma. I mean, technically, you know, I'm just saying you're pretty young because that would have made you 17. So, well, I mean, I guess it's possible. It's total everything's possible, I guess, in these days. But either which way, I just lost my train of thought when I saw that. I'm sorry. um, I know people have questions, and I would like people to ask me questions instead of emailing them because sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on telling people what's going on or missing out on explaining Scientology. We have a lingo, as people like to say. It's something that none of us can help because that is the learned language that we had. Ooh, Marilyn. That's my other mom. Okay, Marilyn. Question, Liz. What is something that you've learned in therapy that you found helpful and how have you applied it in your life? Um, Realistically, taking a deep breath, because sometimes the situation, your head will tell you it's a lot worse than it actually is. So if you stop, just take a deep breath, try to think of something positive, and then once you open your eyes, revisit that situation. Revisit what is bothering you or whatever is happening, and then determine from there after you've had a couple minutes, is that really what's being said or what's being done? Because sometimes you just have to do a check-in with yourself. Otherwise, you know, it can break. I am a true factor of this can break. I hope that answers your question. We have another one. Oh, I just got to show this just to show it. So apostate Alex, you're doing great, Liz. You are not alone. You have us here with you. It's hard sometimes and you feel alone, but please trust we're not going anywhere. Sorry about that, guys. My nose suddenly started to hate me. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Um, Amy Delp, question, Liz, do you have short videos or a short video you can suggest while we share via social media? Um, a short video, no, because the video that I was planning on doing, announcing it, I was thinking maybe with Marilyn, we'd get, if I kind of rush through my life, it'll be probably like 45 minutes and it turned into an hour and a half. Um, And I do understand a lot of people are here because, my childhood wasn't that great. It wasn't. There were some happy moments, but it was filled with a lot of pain. And, you know, I had little things that kept me going. My nana saying I love you, you know, riding a dirt bike. No, I didn't ride it in Los Angeles in the Hollywood area. Like my nana brought it down once. But basically it's just those things that whatever makes me me has happened. So there is some good memories to cover. It's kind of like an 80-20, if that makes sense. Like it was more 80 than 20, but it's that 20% that gets you through the day. Okay. Question, Alex. How do you go about finding a new purpose in life after being in Scientology? My new purpose still stayed close to what I believed. My purpose was to help people. And so I wanted to be a doctor. And I busted my ass in school. And when people were throwing parties and people were going to the bar, I was busy with my nose in a book. Um, then I found out, the bodies are coated in cadavers. Well, the donated remains were trying to think of a blase way to say this. The remains that were donated to the school are coated in iodine. And iodine's made with shellfish in case someone didn't know or anyone didn't know. And yeah, it becomes very hard to breathe, very hard to function. Although today I was around crab legs and for the first time I just got a runny nose and some itchy eyes. Like it either had to be like the worst fake crab leg or my allergies going away. We're just going to go with the worst fake crab legs that I'd ever seen. Um Oh, thank you so much. I love your name, Retired Red. I love the red hair. I did see a question, Ray, and it looks like Hendrickson. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but if I am, just let me know. Question: do you ever have any regrets for leaving? Um, for me personally, I had a lot of regrets, but not in the way that most people think. My regret was I tried to jump off the roof and I let them talk me out of it. I know that sounds bad, but in that moment, if I had just jumped, then a few other things wouldn't have happened. Um, am I grateful that I didn't jump? Yes, absolutely. But the fact that I had gotten to a point where I was trying to figure out how to jump off the roof so that my nightmares could stop. Um, no, I see. I'm stuck on that. I'm really I'm grateful I'm out. I wish I'd woken up when I'd left. I really wish I had woken up, and gotten that whole ta-da, like Scientology is fake. This is bullshit. If that shit had happened when I was trying to jump off the roof, then yeah, I do wish that I had done that. But do I have regrets for leaving? Absolutely not. If I had stayed there another minute, I wouldn't be here on this planet. And there's nothing they could have done to stop me. I would have figured it out. Um, yeah, I I couldn't take another day of digging holes or waiting to see if I'm gonna be brought food or see if someone was going to look me in the face, or if I was gonna, you know, be left alone to my thoughts in a small room, or if I was gonna be sec checked for hours upon hours, never having the right answer for them. Um, so yeah, that's the best I got because nobody wants to nobody wants to be hypnotized or treated poorly. All right. Um, oh, that's not for me. I miss that. See, that's for Miss Scobie. I'm telling you. And it's so nice not to call you sir, by the way, but your name used to bring so much fear. It was like, dust your shirt, check your makeup. I'm telling you. And now I'm just like, you're just the cutest, sweetest lady I've ever met. Um, so let's see. Question from Denver. What are your biggest personal dramas for the future? My personal drama right now is getting my dad out, or at least seeing him face to face, or getting some kind of communication from him. And no, I don't mean a letter, even though I know his handwriting. Where do I want to be in 10 years? For me, a personal goal in 10 years would be able to walk down L. Ron Hubbard Boulevard to a bunch of empty buildings, to be able to say, you know what, this was here and now it's gone. That would be a dream. That would be a hope that I have. So that way people aren't losing their life savings, families aren't being torn apart. We all have something that happened to us there. And if us going through our traumas is going to be what brings it down, I'm okay with that. And I hope everybody else is, because believing that DM changed it all, it's it's not it. Someone else wrote it and someone else is just following it. Yeah, is he twisting it? Yes, because things are changing all the time, as you can tell from when I got out to when other people get out. But it's not changing in a good way. So I need everyone to understand, tell your family to stay away, tell your friends to stay away yourself. Don't get hooked on this like personality test, because it's just a way to empty your wallet, to empty your funds, to put you on the street and be homeless. And they don't care, because the instant you can't pay anymore, they don't want you. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. Joni, hi. Um, well, let's see. Question. Are you saying you regret not telling them that Scientology is total BS? Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I wish that I had screamed that from the heaven, but I didn't know that it was BS. I didn't wake up until I was roughly about 40, thanks to Carrie. She helped show me the aftermath. She helped show me the show. Did it start a trickling cycle? Yeah, it was a domino effect, but it was a good domino effect because I woke up. Um, but if I could go back, yeah, I would love to scream, you're in a cult. So it's cult, 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 cult. Um, that would be a nice little dream, but I'll settle for in 10 years, the doors being completely shut and it's now turned into, I don't know, homes for homeless. Like that sounds like a really good thing. Like homes for homeless. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. How can we help besides listening to you? Well, listening to me always helps. I'll get back to the other question, Alex. I'm sorry. Um, basically, I don't any way you can help. You want to write a letter to your government. You want to, sit there and just help my hours get up, share the streams. That helps. I do have, if you're asking like monetarily, I do have a Venmo that they're working on. If you're asking about, gifts or stuff like that. I do have a wish list up, which I chose like really weird things, just, things that would make me smile. And some days you need something like that to make you smile. Um, like yesterday when I decided to open my guts up, I it was nice to see the backpack. It made me smile. Okay, so there we go. And I'm jumping all over the place. I do have a quick question before, or a statement before I get to Alex's question. I want to leave it up. Um, if anyone knows of Robin Smith, his father's name is Brian Smith. Definitely let me know. He blew from PAC RPF when I was 8 years old. So in 1988. If anybody knows, definitely email me directly at savebobferris@gmail.com. I think Goldie can post that or anything like that. she has all the links. Oh, and Marilyn just posted, "You can buy me a coffee." Um, sorry, but that's just it's the cutest thing ever. Question, would you rather LRH or Jesus actually came back and proved it? Jesus, because I could give a rat's ass about the first one, but you know, I'm kind of curious how he turned water into wine, and my grandma was a firm believer in that water to wine, as well as the walking on water and healing people and all that stuff. But if I had to choose between those two, I would prefer Jesus. If I had to choose one person to come back from the dead, um, I'm sorry, guys, I should probably choose a much better statement, but we're gonna go with Babe Ruth, and I'd like some batting practice. I would love to hit a couple balls with Babe Ruth. Um, can we email you can Renee B, can you email directly? Absolutely. I try to get to each email as quickly as I can. Sometimes I get hit with quite a few in a day. You can email me at savebobferris@gmail.com. Yes. Carrie put in the chat for everybody. So I get to each individual email because it's respectful. And I also appreciate everybody's kind words. Now, if you're sending me nasty stuff, then no. I'm not saying you are, but if anybody planned to, no, that's not my cup of tea. Um, oops, sorry. Number 5. What are you talking about? Oops, sorry. I'm not really getting that. Man, you guys talk fast. Um, yeah, don't forget to smash the like. Please hit subscribe. Everybody that subscribes or watches helps me get the message out. And the reason I say that so much is because the bigger noise that I can make, the bigger I can become, the bigger that the best chances that they're just going to kick my dad out and tell me to be quiet. They're going to do everything they can to just stop the chatter and basically give him a little nudge out. So what do? We make the noise. What do? We make some noise, and that is what I'm here for. Um, I know I just made a little dance, but that's the best way I can do it. Aw, done. I got to point this one out. I'm subscribed. Congrats on 700. Yes, so far it's been amazing. In each and every one of you, it's great. Like it's the fact that 700 people are supporting me, helping me get my dad out. Yeah. I appreciate that. Um, okay. Oh, there's no reason to apologize ever. If you see something, definitely let one of us know. I'm really bad at seeing everything. Um, I, I'm supposed to get reading glasses, but come on, guys, there's baby steps. I got the glasses, they're pretty thick. I can only believe I'm so old for so long. Eventually, I'm going to have no choice. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about is if you ever feel that your life is not worth it, or if you're to a point where you think that you know, nobody will miss you. I would rather hear you talk about your day for as long as you need than have to give a eulogy. So if you can please dial 988 if you ever feel that something is overcoming you or something is putting you in a spot that's not okay, please dial 988. That is the mental health line. They will be there and they can tell you what to do to try to help. Um, they saved my life, when they told me that, because now we have a question. I check in. How am I doing? If I think that I'm losing it, I'll go, "Carrie, is everything okay? Am I okay?" And, do we need to we have a deal that if she feels me slipping or if she feels that I'm going back to that position, that she's gonna dial 988 and I'm not gonna argue because it's better for us to be safe than it is to look back and say my shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So please know I don't want any shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We need you all here So please dial 988 or let one of your family members know to call 988. Question. Amy, I love the questions, Amy. I also love the rainbow painting. Like, that's the cutest thing ever. Question. I know you can't tell us details, but if they do kick out your dad, we'll let everybody know. I'll be screaming it from the heavens, like, I'm on my way to pick up my dad, Yellow Brick Road at the end of Oz. Like, will he call the police? No, I'm sure he's gonna call and yell at me. Um, but I'm gonna get him into whatever he needs, and the aftermath is there to help. I'm not part of the aftermath, but Amy is. Um, they're specifically separate for those of you that emailed and asked. And if the two people that emailed aren't here, then I apologize. But that is separate. That is basically a beacon of hope, and that beacon of hope needs to exist. Um, as for you know mental health, in case you guys didn't know, I push it a lot. I push it a lot because I was that person that was like, "Oh my god, mental health doesn't exist. Ugh, you guys whining so much. Just get your TRs in." And I was that person. I was that person when I would see someone cry, I would like walk away. Because I didn't know how to handle emotions. I did not know if someone was crying, like, do you pat him? Do you give him a soft rub? Do you shake him? I didn't know. And I didn't know how to handle emotions. And if too many emotions came at me at once, I lost control of my own emotions. Um, so I will always tell you to please think about yourself. Please be aware of where you are and let someone know. And no, you don't have to let them know in a negative way. You can let them know just by saying, I need help. Or can you call 988 for me? Um, So definitely write down that number. It's a good one to have, um, just so you are aware of the situation. Um, I was also asked via an email, um, do I have any plans to what are my plans next? I have one thing that I'm doing besides this that I am keeping close to the hip, because I'm trying to do the best that I can. Um, Mostly, you guys know almost everything. I'm, announcing my past, my childhood. I didn't go into my school years. I didn't think you guys would really want to know that in fourth grade, I found out that I didn't know how to read. That looking up words was fine, but I did not know how to read, and so I had to get a reading coach. My math, although not at a fourth grade level, was at a high school level, so I was super excited about that. My vocabulary speaking was considered above average. But don't ask me to spell the words. And don't ask me to form my own sentence because I really couldn't think of that. Didn't think you guys wanted to go in that it took almost a year with a special reading instructor to learn how to read. And then it just took me reading every book I can get my hands on. Read, 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 read. And then it was like one day it just changed. Um, Mary Hannah, and if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. What if people started picketing with signs saying "Free Liz's dad"? Um, Not scared of the big blue security. I've had run-ins with them. We've all had run-ins with them. The reason I don't recommend that is because you're talking about 10 to 11 inches of space for your feet. That is a very busy road now, and it basically puts you in the line of being hit by a car. Um, Now if we could figure out something else, like hey, I'll go around CC, I'll go around L. Ron Hubbard Boulevard, I'll go around all of them. I have no problem meeting people to do something like that, but I'm not into putting people in danger of being hit by cars. I want you to go home to your family too. Um, that would kill me if something happened. Liz, you are so forgiving after counseling. My parents wouldn't take responsibility. That is truly gaslighting. Yes, it is. But you have to start. I'm I'm angry with my mom. I'm angry that I had the childhood I had. I can't change it. It's still my childhood. It's a part of my past. But I can accept that it happened and know that I would never do that to someone, that I will never hurt someone like that. Um, but basically, I know that's a lot of eyes, but in order to change a pattern or stop repeating a pattern, someone along the way has to decide enough is enough. Stop. I'm not going to be that person that is ever abusive. I've had my run-ins, I've had my anger issues, and that's not okay. And so now I'm aware of myself, and I also have ways to pinpoint it so that way I don't become that, because that is my greatest fear. A train of cars with signs honking. You know, what we could do is do a train of cars and have, like, stuff painted on the windows, just like if it was like the Yankees won the World Series, like, "Babe, I'm gonna deck your car out in Yankees gear so everywhere you drive, they will all know we're Yankees." Well, you're not, but I am. So, Yankees. We can do something like that. That's not dangerous. You're already in a car. Um, what did she say? Maryland, I think the state owns at least 15 feet from the but it's covered in cacti. Um, yeah. I don't know if you've ever been hit by cacti. It's not fun. And those are some really big thorny ones. And from what my understanding, it was Jackson's doing. Um, yeah. Okay. Your past is your story brought you to where you are now, not who you are. Proud of you, babe. Thank you, honey. I love you. But yeah, my past is my past. Think about it this way. Let's say that you were not a great person before, I know I told lies because that is how we survived, you know, um, especially in those situations. I fell down a flight of stairs. I hit the doorknob, like the stupidest things. I mean, can't we come up with something better? Like it was always the same stupid lines. But I learned how to do that, and I learned to start believing in it, and so then I was scared of, stairs, like, I'm starting to be scared of heights, like, it wasn't until it was, you know, put in my face what was going on and self-reflecting going, "Okay, that happened. Now I gotta be better. I know that I've done this. I want to be better." And it takes one just like sobriety, it takes one step at a time, you being aware of your actions and checking in with other people. Are you good? Are we good? And sometimes I gotta do that a lot, everybody, but please understand that it's for my own mental health. Um, like I check in with you guys. Are we good? Like you want me to tell a joke? No, I'm not gonna tell a joke. I only got really dirty ones. And Miss Amy's in the house and I am not trying to nope, 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 nope. Um But, it's just one of those things that you just have to do. Um, Someone asked me, how did I overcome the depression? You don't overcome the depression, you kind of go through it. You take one step, it's like a ladder, and sometimes you have to take one step at a time, and there's always gonna be anxiety, there's always gonna be something there, but it's just a trick of being aware of it. Like when my heart starts racing and my palms are sweating, I can look over and be like, "Babe, I'm having a panic attack. I'm having anxiety flaring." And we can formulate the correct things to do together. Now, I'm not saying you guys get a Carrie. Sorry, I'm not going to copy her. Um, she is mine. She is the woman that I'm going to grow old with. Um, may each of you get as lucky. Um, oh, hold on. We got to point this one out because I just saw this. Goldie, FYI, today's fundraiser now exceeds 24K. You guys are amazing. Yeah, thank you guys for helping. Oh, babe, stop it. I'm trying. Um, all right, let me close this one. But thank you everybody for all of you that donated. Um, so we've got that part out. Oh, we haven't. I'll do this one. Renee B. Question: how did stop drinking help your healing? Um, I had no memory of that day except my both of my hands were very beat up. Um, and she had a video and she told me I did that. I broke that. Oh, you broke this in a fit of rage. And in that moment I realized I'm becoming my mom and alcohol is helping me. And because it was my greatest fear, I never wanted to touch a drop again. And I get offered sips all the time, and I'm just like, "No, thank you. I appreciate it, but no, thank you. I can still have a great time without it." So what is my way to cope? Going day by day. Every single day is something a little better, a little easier. And you know what? It's been a year. And so we're going to count down again to the next August 30th. And that will be a day I celebrate forever. Is the day that I realize that I don't need alcohol to make me feel better. I don't need alcohol to give me the courage to tell the woman I'm in love with that I'm never going to see her again because I planned on dying. Um, I hope that answers the question. Question, Jen Nelson. I know a Jen Nelson. Are you my friend, Jen? Or just another person named Jen? Question, not really a question. Just wanted to say you're an inspiration. Keep being you. I never thought of myself as an inspiration. I thought of myself as just me. It's like people say, be prepared for the repercussions of coming online and making your story known. Um, I'm literally just Liz. I'm kooky. I'm weird. I tell stupid jokes. But you know what? It's who I am. I'm smart, but I'm a smart ass. I'm funny, but I'm also serious. Just like each and every one of you has your own personality traits, this is me. Um, like piercings and I like tattoos. And I got bad vision. And yes, this is my natural color for those anyone else wondering. Um, Peace Lady, the Peace Lady. Congratulations on your sobriety. Thank you so much. It meant the world to me. And I will keep counting day by day until we get to August 30th again. Aw, just another, we had to let everybody know, just another Jen, but I'll gladly be your friend. I'll take that. I always like new friends. Um, I do see that DZ Cat's Wellness Tarot, your story is truly inspiring. You are surviving and thriving, and it resonates through the screen. Well, thank you so much. Well, I have to point this out in case someone didn't see it. Um, just because it's Amy. All right. Um, so we're gonna basically say to everybody else, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I wanted to do a health and wellness check with everybody. I am not trained in mental health. I just know the mental health that I've been through. And there is another side. I've also been that person that was, you know, that gave up a child and they did not warn that there's an emotional part to that. There's a very hard thing that happens when you sign that piece of paper and make it official, you know. But I unfortunately I found drugs because between all of the emotional breakdowns and crises that I'd went through, um, I found cocaine, and cocaine seemed to make me feel better. And for a person that had never done a drug in my life, like went through knee surgery with Tylenol, and I guess Tylenol could be considered a drug, but it was over the counter, everybody. It wasn't the prescription stuff. Went through a window. Again, Tylenol. Um, So I've got a pretty good pain threshold. Um, I'm pretty sure that means do I go to AA? I used to go to AA or NA. I went there for 6 years. The reason I stopped is I had moved to a new area, and then after that, I found another one, and the ones that I had found up here, um, were very cult-like. Like, you only are to talk about NA, you're only to live NA, you're only to be NA, um, and it wasn't helping my sobriety. So I found therapy, meditation, and breathing, you know. I let's see. No, 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 no. Oh, Denver. Remember again, ladies, he's single. Just because I like messing with him. My health and wellness are always better. Nice. um, let's see. Because I keep forgetting to click. Marilyn, isn't it sweet? I always want to make sure everybody knows that he is a single man and ready to mingle. Joni, thank you so very much. There has been some stumbles in the road, falling off the wagon. And then realized that I had to get back on if I was going to live. Because there's a reason I'm here. And none of us know what the reason we're here is. It's just realistically, if the reason I'm here is to get my dad out of a cult, I'm okay with that. If the reason I'm here is to get some other people out of the cult, I'm okay with that too. Because there's mothers, there's fathers, there's sons, there's daughters, there's aunts, there's uncles, there's nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters. Some want to be there, but some don't. And for those of you that don't, I will be your voice as to what has happened. And just follow my voice and reach out. If you want to be on the down low, it's okay. But just reach out because you know what? I didn't reach out for years. And I suspected, but I was not willing to give up the study tech. But I held on. And if I had just reached out, so many more things could have been done. Maybe there wouldn't be this almost 20 years since, my dad. It would have been maybe a year, and then I'm fighting to see him so that way I can do whatever I need. Um, we can only do this together. And even though you guys are on the other side, you're on the YouTube side, you're still a voice. You're a voice that helps my voice echo. And we need that. We need all the help we can get. Each and every one of us, we reach out for anything so that we can get some kind of help. And no, I don't mean monetarily or anything along those lines. Yes, I have a wish list on there, but it wasn't formed to be like, please give me. It was, this will make me laugh if someone wants to, because I keep being asked. It's more along the lines of spread the message, spread it, scream it to the hilltops, because we always need more hilltops. Aw. Peace lady. I just spoke with my birth mother yesterday. I know and understand your struggles of having to give up a child. You are brave for sharing. Um, I sh- I appreciate you saying I'm brave, but it was done so that way someone else didn't do it. Um, I did it for myself so that I can keep my own power. Oh, we are Facebook friends? Nice. You are free to message me anytime. You know, I I'm pretty I'm pretty, hard on Facebook. Like you got to have like 15 people I know. And then it's got to be 15 certain people. Cuz I can't just add anybody. I don't want my whole life invaded. Um okay. Can your dad receive gifts at Gold? Um a wish list for my dad from what I remember. Now, you have to remember it's been 20 years. Um What would my dad want? He would want new pens. He'd want a better pocket protector, because he always had really nice pocket protectors, like the see-through ones. That man was so klutzy with the pen. Like, I understand why he needed pocket protectors. He also likes those hairbrushes that, tie on your finger, you know, cracks me up. He has the same haircut that he's had my whole life. Um, and he would ask for a shit ton of Marlboro Reds. Um, Amy can verify the Marlboro Reds. The man smokes like a chimney. Um, he also smokes so long that his blonde hair is like blonde here, and then right here is the tar of tobacco of, you know, 60 years of smoking Marlboro Reds. A new calculator. I've never seen him operate a calculator, but he definitely loves his pocket protectors. Um, I was a Camel Light guy. I am a Marlboro Red. I used to swear when I was a kid and I'd be sitting on my dad's shoulders, um, that I was never gonna smoke. This smells so bad. And what did I do? I started smoking the exact same thing that he started smoking. I had to, obviously I don't have a super feminine voice, and we don't know if that's from years of smoking. I hope not, but it'll be something I need to quit. Marilyn, I love seeing your name pop up. It just makes my day. You know, please, everyone, give Marilyn a shout out. You know, say hi. Let that woman know that she's a great mom, because sometimes she forgets. And it's those days that she forgets. We just need to let her know. Question from Renee. How old is Bob's? Technically, he's 72. November 23rd, he will be 73. And then the next year starts because his birthday is in November. Um, I know I had someone asked me if they wanted to tell me his future. I don't want to know when we die. I don't. That scares me. Um, I would rather be here for everyone else than know anybody and live moment by moment and in the moment, as we like to say. Um, Also, again, any ladies in the chat, just remember Denver is single. He hasn't said he isn't. So Denver, you're single. Okay. Oh yeah, send love to Duncan. Send love to Duncan. He's a good dad. He's a good dad. He gets mad easily. Okay. I'm probably gonna butcher that. X Smith Chiefs? Chefs? X? Okay. Question. Do you need a surrogate mom in England? I would always love a surrogate mom in England. What part of England are you in? My godmom lives in Manchester, and she's helped shape me in quite a few things. She made me fall in love with history, and yeah, she's she's a great person. Okay. You wanted to hug Marilyn last night? Everybody wanted to hug Marilyn. Oh, that woman, I'm just telling you. You always can send her, like, over the air hugs or something like that, or, something amazing. TZ Cats Wellness Tarot. Agreed, Liz. I don't wanna live with that hovering over me. Correct. Correct. Um, let's see. Oh, there's a doctor in the house. No. Oh, hey, Claire, clicked on the wrong one. I'm sorry. But it is Claire sending love and support. Thank you so very much. I meant that one real quick, and then I'll come back to Claire. Rock out with Dr. Kim D. Single? Why, yes. Just saying. Just saying. Gotta throw that out for you, Denver. Thank you so much, Claire, for visiting. I know everybody gets to see. You got to see Claire, and you got to see Amy. See, and don't forget you've got they did their fundraiser, and what I understood, you can still donate after the fundraiser's going, and their fundraiser is specifically for Aftermath. Again, it's the beacon of hope, and then from there, it'll go to helping anybody else that needs it. Um, let's see. Oh, Jackson is also single. Am I gonna be the dating website? Oh, that'd be amazing. Oh, Claire said, hold on, let's update that. Yes, all day long. So as long as you want to donate, as long as you're able to, definitely, you know, do it as much as you can. Every little bit helps. If someone wants to donate $1, that's $1 more than you had a second ago, and it's $1 to help someone. Okay. I'm glad it was super powerful. I am truly sorry that I did not give a warning in the beginning. You know how I always like to say, be kind in the comments, be nice. Remember, we're all human. Um, but I forgot to throw in there a nice little cliff note that says, hey, if you have, any kind of fears or anything like that, definitely let me know, because you can get out, you can not get off, but you can watch this later if you can. Um, because I should have told you it had trigger warning. So I apologize to anybody that needed the apology. I'm apologizing for myself too, because I should have given you guys a trigger warning. I am also supposed to update everybody. I'm at 2,000 watch hours. So I'm 1,000 away from the first tier and 2,000 away from the second tier. But I am, as Amy said, I guess I'm at 700 subscribers. So keep subscribing, let me know that you want to keep hearing everything that we've got. Um, don't forget Tuesdays, we have as we like to make it funny, because, life sometimes was a little hard. So it's better to listen to the Dyketastic duo on Tuesdays. And we had an amazing person send some fantastic art that will be, well, at least I will be showcasing. I haven't talked to Nora. Um, oh, you want me to do a sleep with Liz? Um, I don't know how my partner would feel about that. And I really don't quite understand. Do you want to watch my shelf for a little bit? Yeah, like, that's, you definitely rewatch the videos. There's quite a few. Wow. Goldie, hold on. I got to click that because that's amazing. There, I think, $2,000 donations that you saw. That is phenomenal. Thank you so very much for helping us. I know Scientology is a relatively new, and I can't call it a religion for me personally. I have to call it a cult. But it's relatively new. Um, it's one of those things that they got tax exempt status out of bullshit. It was basically, they threatened the people that were handling the tax exempt status, and then, did the same thing that they're doing to the rest of us, stalked them, made their lives a living hell, and then expected them to back down. And unfortunately, that person backed down. We're second gens. We don't back down. We've been through hell and we came out with a handbasket. So no, we're not backing down. And you came after my friend. You broke my heart with what you said that my dad said, or at least that's what they said at the gate. But you know what? You pissed me off with what you did to my friend Vanessa. So, you know, don't mess with the degraded daughters of Dianetics. Don't mess with my love. Don't mess with Serge. Don't mess with Lara. Um, don't mess with any of us. Don't mess with Amy. Don't mess with Claire, because realistically, we're all trauma bonded thanks to you. So that's what I can say. We did approach an hour. I hope I got as many questions out as we can. I know we are going over a little bit of mental health check. Um, please stay aware of that situation. If this gets too hard, you can take a timeout breather, get your focus back. You know, we're living this. Yes. Hold on. We're gonna put that one up. We're putting that one up. Yes, we're trauma bonded, each and every single one of us. So please remember, We have to band together, trauma bonded or not, and we have to be there for one another. I believe I might have a live tomorrow, as well as Tuesday with Nora. Um, Please be mindful. Please be safe. And if you need anything, um, definitely dial 988. It's okay to sometimes say you need a little bit of help. Um, Other than that, I will close this off with good night. Have a great day. Have a new work week. Be kind to your neighbors. Don't forget to tip the waitress or waiter. Sorry, because I got hit with that one. Oh, hold on. I got a question real quick and then we'll close it out. So, question: have you read Liz Gale's book? I have read a few chapters of it. I have to go in pieces because sometimes it's a little heartbreaking. Um, but at the same time, my partner said it was an easy read, and she was serious. It flows. Um, so love you all. Please smash the like. Please hit subscribe. Help me with that algorithm to help get that message out. The louder I yell, the more chances they have of kicking him out. So thank you. Good night. Have a great and wonderful night.